President Uhuru Kenyatta and Raila Odinga officially launched the signature collection for the Building Bridges Initiative referendum, most Kenyans were doubtful whether they were even going to reach the 1 million signature threshold. As a matter of fact, most Kenyans doubted whether two regions, that is the Rift Valley and Mount Kenya regions, were going to append their signatures to that document, because a perception had been created outside there that the document was totally unpopular, that Kenyans were going to reject it. And some people explained that the main reason why the Deputy President William Ruto did not attend that launch of signature collection was because he didn't want to disappoint his key support base, which is the Rift Valley and the larger Mount Kenya region. But today, the Building Bridges Initiative Secretariat released the figures. And shockingly, Mount Kenya region have appended their signatures to that document. And that's a huge blow to the supporters and the allies of the Deputy President William Samoei Ruto. So today I want us to look at why the numbers from the larger Mount Kenya region and Central Kenya in particular is a huge blow to William Ruto's allies from that region. But before we do that, if you're watching this video for the first time, I want you to take a second or two and click the subscribe button so that next time we produce a video like this, YouTube will automatically notify you. But before we go into all those details, Makwiny Sonko, the governor for Nairobi, has been impeached. That's the latest news from Kenya. And the question is, what next for Makwiny Sonko? Will the Senate uphold that impeachment? And is there possibility that President Uhuru Kenyatta and Raila Odinga will actually allow a by-election to occur in Nairobi? Because remember, in Nairobi we don't have a deputy governor. So there's only the speaker. And the law is clear that if we don't have a governor and we don't have a speaker, we don't have a governor, and if we don't have a governor, the deputy governor should act for 90 days. And if the deputy governor is not there, then the speaker should also act. But what next? We are going to go into all those details tomorrow. That's the latest news from Kenya. And if you have any idea, I want to encourage you to just drop them as part of comments. Now let us get back to the main issue. The numbers. The BBI Secretariat, headed by my friend Junet Mohammed and Dennis Waweru, released the figures today. According to the official figures, so far 4.6 million signatures have been collected. The threshold was actually just 1 million. Junet Mohammed, during the launch, promised that they were going to collect 4 million signatures. So hopefully by the end of today, because officially Raila Odinga will receive these documents tomorrow. So probably by tomorrow, it's going to hit slightly above 5 million signatures. This is how the signatures are distributed. Coastal region, 608 million signatures. Northeastern region, 135 million signatures. Eastern region, 761. Central Kenya, which is the main topic for today, 634 million signatures. Rift Valley, the backyard of the Deputy President William Ruto, they've appended 667 million signatures. Western Kenya has 525,000. Sorry, it was not million, thousand. Sorry for that. Nyanza, 780,000. Then Nairobi, 461,000 signatures. That's how people have appended their signatures. Remember, initially, when the collection began, there was a narrative which was being advanced. And I give credit to Team Tangatanga because they know how to manipulate the masses and how to advance their propaganda. They created a narrative that the signature collection was only happening in Nyanza. And then they created a narrative that the signature collection in central Kenya were actually being thwarted, that people were rejecting. And a photo, a video was circulated when the team which was collecting the BBI signatures in Murang'a were actually stopped or kicked out from eating in one of the restaurant, one of the famous areas there. I think it was in Kenol. My neighbor's kid is playing outside there. That narrative was created. But these figures here is shocking. Let me take you to Anne Waiguru's official page, because today leaders from central Kenya received this document. And this is what Anne Waiguru posted. Anne Waiguru posted something that Central Kenya region has surpassed the BBI signature collection target, which further solidifies the firm support His Excellency President Uhuru Kenyatta enjoys as Central Kenya's political kingpin, now and in the foreseeable future. Are you understanding that? So basically, they are in celebratory mode. Irungu Kangata was also celebrating the same on Twitter. She's continuing. The region is in support of His Excellency the President and the BBI because it translates to additional representation, more resources for us, and guarantees us a seat in the national political leadership moving forward. Overall, the benefits for gender, youth, county, regions, etc. are explicitly outlined in the Building Bridges Initiative report, which is evidenced in the signature collection exercise that demonstrates that the BBI enjoys the support across the region. The BBI train is unstoppable, and those yes, no people should support or vote yes without conditions or simply vote no. Tukutane kwa ground. To Central Kenya, well done. This is our moment, and let us seize the opportunity and vote yes. And Anne Waiguru is going further to break down for us the figures. And these are the figures. Nyandarua voted 78,900. Nyeri voted 100,000. Kirinyaga voted 116,513. Murang'a voted 166,390. Kiambu voted 181,744. In total, they've collected 643,000 votes. That's huge. And I did my own calculation based on these figures and based on the previous election, number of registered voters. Nyandarua had 78,000. The registered voters is 335, which means 23% voted. Collected, appended their signatures. In Nyeri, 100,000 people appended their signatures out of the 456. That makes it 22%. In Kirinyaga, 116,000 people voted out of 349, which makes it 33%. So basically, Kirinyaga, Anne Waiguru's county, has the highest number of people who voted for this. Probably because of the influence of Anne Waiguru, the influence of Karanja Kibicho, and because Karanja Kibicho managed to bring all MPs, most of them, to his side. In Murang'a, they voted 166, which translates to around 28%. In Kiambu, in my view, was the worst, which collected 181,000 out of 1.8 million, which translates to around 10%. So from these figures, these guys are justified to celebrate, because this is not a general election. This was not the real referendum. And Kenyans were actually slow in voting. And these figures from Central Kenya actually compares favorably to those of Nyanza. Let me just show you the figures from Nyanza. The figures from Nyanza are as follows. Siaya, 156,000. Kisumu, 177,000. Homa Bay, 174,000. Migori, 94,000. Migori, this downtime, probably because Obado is not initiating this process well, or probably because of the fact that they never received any additional constituency, while they believed they deserve. And again, the Korea side probably never voted because they wanted their own county. Then Kisii, 116. Nyamira, 60,000. In total, Nyanza has 780,000. Basically, Nyanza is the highest in terms of numbers. But in terms of percentage, if you compare the percentage of registered voters to the percentage of the signatures collected, Eastern has the highest number. But how is this a blow to William Ruto's allies from the larger Mount Kenya region? 4 reasons or 5. Number 1, these numbers is actually moral boosters. They are going to give the allies of President Uhuru Kenyatta more morale. So now they believe that it can actually be done. Because initially when they started, there was that kind of delay. And at some point when Uhuru Kenyatta started collecting the signatures in Murang'a, the turnout was so huge to an extent that people were shocked that people were actually lining up to append their signatures. So this one is a very good moral booster for the allies of President Uhuru Kenyatta. And because it's going to boost their morale, they're now going to face the allies of William Samoei Ruto from that region. Number 2, there was a narrative which was being created that the BBI was actually being supported only in Nyanza, and the books were being signed in Nyanza alone. These figures proves otherwise. That even in central Kenya, people turned out to vote. In fact, the turnout was expected to be less than what Raila Odinga got last time, which was, I think, 2%. And because this is not a general election, and the turnout is 23%, which is huge. If you compare these figures to the Okoa Kenya figures, the turnout is just the same. So that narrative has been fought. Number 3, there's a chance that those who are undecided from the larger Mount Kenya region and central Kenya specifically are now going to join the train. Initially, people were like, politicians have their own interests. That's what they consider most. So there are those who are still undecided, whether they are political class or not. They wanted to see how the region is going to react. And because the region has reacted positively, chances are that more are going to decide now to support the Building Bridges Initiative process. And even the political class who are not willing to participate fully are now going to participate. Number 4, it is clear that President Uhuru Kenyatta's plan and strategy to win over central Kenya is working, and just used the Building Bridges Initiative process effectively. One of them is representation. There's this narrative in this country today that Nyanza has lost. Central and Rift Valley have gained. And that's a good strategy for the president. The mere fact that Kiambu alone is going to get 6 new constituencies. Do you expect the people of Kiambu to go outside there and vote no? And this is the only chance they are having the presidency. If they vote no, where will they get the 6 constituencies in future? What about other areas? Because Uhuru Kenyatta was explained to them, like in Murang'a, Madhioya County was Madhioya constituency was actually going to lose with another constituency if figures were to be used the way it's supposed to be used. And lastly, the narrative that BBI is unpopular is not going to sell anymore in this country and in the larger Mount Kenya region. Let us wait and see how the events are going to unfold. And if you're watching this video for the first time, please take a second or 2 and click the subscribe button so that next time we produce a video like this, YouTube will notify you. Thank you guys, and please may you have a good day.